Welcome back to Meta Mastery. Today we will be reacting to a video titled, "You Will Never Be His Equal." That sounds spicy. Let's check it out.
I've come to the conclusion that for as long as men think that there are leaders, they will always see themselves as higher in the hierarchy than we are. They function in the mindset of a hierarchy.
That's funny that she says men will always think they are higher in the hierarchy than we are. And she's talking about women. And you know what? The very interesting thing about this is I would say the gender that wants the hierarchy more is women. If you're a man who used to have nice guy syndrome and wasn't ever able to date women, and then you actually grew and learned how to date women, one of the first things you will see is that a woman will only want to date you. She will only feel attraction to you. She will only feel respect to you if she feels a sense of hierarchy. And hierarchy doesn't necessarily have to be authoritative or bullying, but hierarchy just means she wants to feel you have intellectual capacities higher than hers. You have ability to take action more than she does. You have competence in certain skills more than she does. But what I've seen in my experience is when I bring an equal mindset, there's no attraction. And when I bring a hierarchical mindset, like I have more to bring to the table, you know it, I know it, we both know it, and I'm not going to abuse it. I'm not going to use it against you, but we both know this. Then I've noticed a lot more attraction from women, a lot more women sending texts, being inquisitive, liking photos, because women are the gender that want to bring hierarchy into relationships. They're the one who need hierarchy. And just try it out yourself. If you show we're equal, you'll see how she responds to you. And if you show there's some hierarchy, you'll see how she responds to you in a much more passionate and attracted way. Again, men who are watching this doesn't mean you abuse it. It doesn't mean you're a ruler. It doesn't mean you're an authoritarian. It just means that you both know who brings more skills, competence, and intelligence to the table. And then you can actually use your gifts in this hierarchy to make her life better, to lead her to greater experiences, to make her closer to her heart, allow her to be in her emotions and her femininity while you take care of the things that require competence. So just because there's a hierarchy doesn't mean you have to abuse it. It actually means you can use that hierarchical nature to make her life better. Let's go forward.
So when they think that they're your leader, they are automatically telling you they are above you, okay? We are always going to be stuck with a boot on our neck for as long as they think that they have a birthright because of the gender that they were born into.
So she says, as long as men think that they were born to be leaders, that they will never respect women. And that could not be farther from the truth. She's wrong. She's flat out wrong about this. Biologically, the masculine energy, I'll not say all men because there are weak men, there are overly emotional men, there are abusive men, but a strong masculine man who's silent when he needs to be silent, who can manage his non-reactivity and manage his emotions, who can have clarity and lead with clarity, a true masculine man, he actually is born to be a leader. The masculine energy is one of the top traits of masculinity is to lead. And it's just not for femininity. Feminine energy was not meant to lead. And I'll tell you why. Because at a very biological level, the masculine energy is meant to be stoic, to be in emptiness, to be in calmness, to make quick decisions, to take risks, to own power. And all these things are traits of leadership. So this isn't about men are better or women are better. If you watch my channel, you know I don't believe that. I believe men and women have equal value. We just bring different qualities and different traits that we're the expert in to the table. But when it comes to leadership, it's innately inside the masculine biology for men to lead because of the ability, like I said, to have a higher level of awareness, to calm and relax the emotions, to be patient, to make quick decisions, to take risks, etc. If women get into leadership, especially feminine women, many times that results in over emotionality, not making clear decisions, following emotions over what's right, following fear over taking risks. And this woman is a perfect example here. Like, I would never want her to lead. She's operating fully from her wounding right now. There's a lot of pain in her heart over her past relationships, and she's making a whole philosophy off of that pain from her heart, right? She's also coming from a place of oppressor and oppressee and wanting there to be not just equality, but it looks like she wants female superiority from what I'm seeing. It's coming from a place of defense. It's coming from a place of avoidance from pain. And my heart's out to her, to this woman. I hope she can find some real healing and learn how to love herself and love men again. But would you want her to be a leader, someone with this much anger, frustration, and pain in her heart? Absolutely not. So the ability to compartmentalize emotions from seeing the moment for what it needs, giving the moment for what it needs, making a quick and sometimes risky decision is something that the masculine energy is more likely to do. Again, there's some men who are totally in their feminine energy. You can't trust them to lead. And there's some women who actually can be in their masculine energy and lead, but those are the exceptions, not the rule. Let's go ahead and see what she's going to close out with here.
And for every woman that says, I don't mind him leading, first of all, he's not even leading, right? In the house, in the home, he's not even leading. What is he even leading, honey? Seriously, for as long as you've been the adult woman within that household, you have been the one leading it. You need to finally claim ownership of that leadership role.
Wow, she's so screechy and so angry. That's really sad to see. And when she tells the ladies, don't say, I like when a man leads. Firstly, it's not even women liking when a man leads. It's women needing a man to lead. I can't tell you in my relationships the number of women who've said, thank you for not putting the burden of decision making on me. Thank you so much for not putting the burden of having to think and solve complex issues and come up to solutions to complex problems. Thank you for taking care of it for me. Again, for me, leadership comes from devotion. So when I'm leading a woman, I always look at what's best for her and best for me and best for us. So it's not about selfishness or superiority from my end. And like I said, the number of women who've thanked me because the feminine energy feels a burden to have to think and problem solve. They feel a burden to have to make decisions. They feel a burden to have to face fear and risk. And these are the things that a good masculine man can actually relieve a feminine woman from that burden. Get what I'm saying? So this woman here is basically saying that women shouldn't like it, but women are biologically designed to want, to crave a man's leadership, and that's not going to change. It's part of her spiritual nature. It's part of her feminine nature to want to be able to surrender control, to want to be able to surrender having to lead and take control of things and allow her man to do it. That's part of deep feminine nature. No matter how many Instagram videos tell women to be a boss babe, no matter how many movies say that women are the powerful force and men are the dopey, lazy ones, there's an internal, innate need and desire from the feminine energy that's in there somewhere in the subconscious of women, even with all this brainwashing, that's going to tell her it's a burden to have to think, it's a burden to have to problem solve, it's a burden to have to lead. And I can't tell you the number of women I've met and even dated who've said, I'm a leader, I want to lead. And then they tell me about the stress and the anxiety they're going through. And when I relieve them of that stress and anxiety by bringing my own leadership into her life, the amount of thank you tears I've received. And I've seen this across the board, that at a conscious level, women feel like they need to be leaders because that's what every bit of TV, movie, and social media programming is telling them. But subconsciously, that feminine energy still lies within them to want to surrender the lead to a more competent, capable man who is designed to enjoy leading. And the last thing I'll close out with is, this woman here is making a total power struggle. This isn't about power. This is about men and women coming together to be powerful together. The man takes his role of leadership. The woman takes her role of being at her heart, and it creates a beautiful dynamic. And this woman here basically saying that men aren't going to lead you anyway, right? What man leads and does the chores and takes out the garbage? So she's not even saying she wants to lead. When she's saying men don't lead, she's still not even giving examples of men leading. She's giving examples of women leading, right? If you're a woman and you want your man to take out the trash for you and you need your man to do the chores for you, he's not leading, you're leading him. Maybe it's through control, maybe it's through manipulation, but it's still, the leadership is on the female side. So even her definition and example of a man leading is a woman leading. So clearly her heart's been broken. Heart's out to her. Usually when women age a bit and get a bit older, you see things like this where she's no longer able to fully trust a man's leadership. She's no longer able to fully surrender to a man because she probably dated the wrong man and got hurt for it. And again, my heart's out to her for that. But this advice comes from such a toxic, wounded, hurt place that I wish her well. I wish her healing, and I hope she can find a man who can lead her the right way into her heart and into safety one day. If you liked this video and some of the content resonated with you, feel free to check out the links below. If you want to learn more about our Masculine Mastery Method transformational coaching program, if you want to learn more about our masculine dating school group, or join one of our men's circles. See you in the next video.